Hey everyone, I was recently sent two great products by Xiaomi from Banggood and added them to my bedroom. Now, I could talk about these two products for a while, but I thought it would be a bit more interesting to zoom out and give you a tour of my smart home bedroom and everything it entails. So, let's go. First, let's take a look at the room itself. It's about 12 by 13 feet, so quite a decent size. We have a queen bed that takes a bit of space, but otherwise we don't have bulky furniture, so it feels very open and uncluttered. And we like it that way. There's a big window on the exterior wall and we have a blackout curtain so that we can sleep at night, and otherwise all walls are white for now. I thought about painting the back wall charcoal gray or forest green, but haven't committed yet. What do you think? In terms of furniture, like I said, it's quite simple. Our bed frame is from a local brand and overall we're quite satisfied. And our mattress is from Polysleep. I would love a sponsor, by the way. Polysleep, hit me up. It's a foam mattress that comes in a box like most do nowadays, and we like it a lot. It's very comfortable and it breathes well too. On both sides of the bed we have nightstands from AQ3, a Canadian furniture brand, but I think they also sell in the US. Anyway, the exact model is the Marcel and it comes either in a walnut or oak finish. We went with the variant that mounts directly on the wall and we love how it looks. It's also super easy to clean under them as there are no legs. I drilled holes at the bottom with the help of my dad, so both of them have power strips in them to provide power for all the electronics we have on them. And finally, we have a full-length mirror and also a small shelf with hooks for clothes, and both of these items are also from AQ3. I would definitely accept an AQ3 sponsorship too, by the way. So now let's take a look at the first item that we got from Banggood. This one is a projector from Xiaomi. Its official name is the Xiaomi Mijia Youth Edition HD projector, and here youth means that it's an entry-level model. It sells right now for about $420 on Banggood, but Xiaomi has projectors selling for thousands of dollars too, hence the entry-level naming. It has quite an interesting design. We're used to really flat rectangular boxes, while this one is closer to a cube, but it allows for larger built-in stereo speakers, making it a decent all-in-one solution. At the back, you get a power input, an auxiliary output for headphones or external speakers, a USB 3.0 port to connect external USB drives or hard drives for media playback, and then an HDMI port. It's not very exhaustive, but that's pretty much all you need, and also the projector connects over Wi-Fi so you can stream content to it, and it also connects to Bluetooth headphones or speakers instead of relying on the 3.5mm port. Under the projector, you get a standard tripod mount, and that's how I actually mounted the projector to my bed frame with a simple camera accessory arm. I was able to secure the projector and have it at the desired angle. It has a bunch of features. Some of the notable ones are the autofocus, which works quite well. That way you always get a sharp image, and there's also a keystone adjustment so that even if the projector is angled up or down from the wall, you can correct the image to have it rectangular, and it works fairly well and still leaves you with a sharp image. The resolution is 1080p, so not 4K, but still pretty sharp overall, and being a DLP projector, this is one of the main advantages compared to an LCD unit. The image quality as a whole is amazing, the colors are vibrant, and the image is pretty bright, and I don't even have a proper screen, just straight up on the wall with regular white paints. It uses LEDs as a light source, so these should last a long time. This projector also has a stereo speaker pair built in, and it beats any projector I've heard before. It's surprisingly good with quite a bit of low end. For a proper cinema experience, I'd get a dedicated speaker setup connected to this projector, but since this is a secondary TV for us, it's really good enough. It also supports streaming as it connects to Wi-Fi, however, it only supports Miracast and AirPlay, and since we have iPhones, AirPlay is the way to go. Unfortunately, Netflix dropped their support for AirPlay, and that's the service we use to stream content, so I bought a Chromecast instead, and it works great overall. The USB port at the back of the projector has enough juice to drive the Chromecast, so that's cool. This projector does have some disadvantages though, like sometimes random ads in Chinese seem to pop up. That's rare, but still quite annoying, and the menu is in Chinese by default, and while you can change the language to English, not every option is translated, so you have a bit of trial and error still. I also wish it had Chromecast support by default like our TV. It's a much better experience as we can turn on the TV by simply starting a stream. And finally, you can't install app easily on the projector like Netflix or YouTube, as it has its own dedicated MIUI TV OS instead of Android, which would be a bit more interesting for things like third-party apps. On the other hand, the image quality is amazing for the price, and it's packed with a bunch of advanced features like flipping the image for ceiling installation, keystone adjustment, streaming over AirPlay, and Bluetooth audio. Now, the second Xiaomi item I recently added in my bedroom is the Xiaomi Mi Robot Vacuum Mop. It comes with a non-US cable, but it uses the same plug design as Sonos speakers, and I had a spare cable on hand, but an adapter would do the job fine as well. Not only can it vacuum my floors, but it's also a mop with a little mopping pad at the back and water tank. I was skeptical at first. I mean, I like to keep my floors really clean, but I was surprised by how well it performed. We don't have a lot of stuff laying on the floor, so that probably helps too, but still, it gave a really nice and even result when it was done. The vacuum can go over obstacles that are up to 2 centimeters high, it will detect staircases, and there's a collision sensor to avoid crashing at full speed in walls or furniture. It works in tandem with the Mi Home app, and you can see how it maps your whole floor plan as it does its thing. That's quite fun to watch too, and if the battery is too low, it will go back to its docking station to charge and will then continue to clean after that. I was surprised at how autonomous it is. The only thing you need to do is clean the mopping pad, empty the dust compartment, and fill the water tank. I've only tried the regular suction speed for now, and it was good enough for my needs while staying fairly quiet. In fact, it's quieter than my Dyson V7, which is pretty quiet for a vacuum already. It also has a sensor on top so it can easily position itself in your environment, and a bunch of other sensors all around to detect the base station, walls, or stairs. This was my first experience with a robot vacuum, and I'm really satisfied with its performance. The only cases where I wouldn't recommend it is if you have a lot of stuff on the floor at all time, or a lot of small steps between rooms where the vacuum won't be able to cover every room on its own. Now, for a bit of entertainment, we have a Sonos One speaker on my side of the bed, and it actually sounds pretty good given the size. And we have them in other rooms, so it's pretty cool to be able to play tracks in the rooms of our choice. We usually use them with AirPlay too, where it's pretty easy to output anything playing out of our phone, but the Sonos app also lets us stream from pretty much any source as well. It also supports the Google Assistant and Amazon Alexa. Oh, hope I didn't trigger anyone's Alexa. Oh. Anyway, we have it set up with the Google Assistant, and it's pretty basic. It doesn't have all the features that Google Homes typically have, like setting different volumes depending on the time of the day, and I find that a bit annoying, so keep in mind, it might not be a perfect Google Home replacement, and it wasn't able to connect to the internet for a while too.
Hey Google.
I can't reach the internet right now. Check your modem or router connection and try again.
Although it was connected to my Wi-Fi router, oh well. Now finally, let's take a look at the lighting. So I have 2 table lamps. These are handmade by a local artist, and I added 2 LIFX A19 bulbs. So they can be controlled with the LIFX app or with the Google Assistant. They're the original LIFX bulbs and are still working well, and they're super vibrant. If you have a good router, they're pretty reliable too. As for other lights, we have 2 recessed lights, and while these are nothing special, they're hooked to a smart switch with a dimmer by TP-Link, and this switch also supports the Google Assistant. So I can have routines with both the LIFX bulbs and the TP-Link smart switch, all in all dimming 4 lights all at once.
Hey Google, it's love time. Hey Google, turn off the lights.
Sure, turning 3 lights off.
So that wraps it up for today's video. Let me know what you think about this bedroom down below. Is there anything you'd change or add? Whatever, just let me know. Think I'm due for some wall art or something. Anyway, as always, I'll have a link to this Xiaomi projector as well as the robot vacuum for you to check out in the description. So thank you for watching, make sure to leave a like if you did, and don't forget to subscribe if you still haven't already, as I'll see you in the next video.